Hello everybody. Hope you're looking forward to this awesome race between Eric and Dactyly. Hello everybody. Might be the closest race we will have in round 1.
I can hear the I can hear the stream, that's bad.
That's not a good thing.
Okay, looks like having some issues with Dax stream.
Just so you know, Eric have fixed the alerts now, so won't be anything covering the game feed.
Is Dak dropping frames?
Not for me.
Heck. I'm not sure why I'm having issues. My internet should be fine.
But yeah, I'm in the race room, so when we have sorted things out, I will just tell them that they can go. So you don't have to worry about that.
I'm not sure if there's anything else I can do other than just see how this plays out. In theory, everything's working.
Yeah, well, then I'm gonna tell them to get ready.
Yeah, I guess I'm ready to start.
And yeah, it's kinda insane that the PB between these two people is just 10 seconds.
Yeah, it's how are they 3 seeds apart when it's within 10 seconds? I guess there's a lot around that like high 124 range, isn't there?
Yeah, and according to Ben, summer best is taken into consideration.
I don't think it was for anyone past like 8th place though.
Oh.
So well, I think it is
yeah,
just...
then that's...
We are just looking at PB.
I will actually take a look at the seedings and see.
Oh, yes I should.
If I can find where that was. Yeah, there's the seedings. Yeah, they have Alpha Plus and Silver Star in between them on the seedings. And yeah, that's just strictly by PB. Alpha Blues and Silver Star is just 2 seconds in between each other.
Yeah, it's pretty close up that end of the thing. Commentary's a little quiet. I can... Oh, okay. I am now a touch
And
louder.
the race is starting.
The race is starting.
Yes.
I have a lot of delay, apparently.
It's starting on the race room, not on the stream.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense. But I still probably have a lot of delay.
Yeah, I tried to purposely get some delays, so I'm not gonna be ahead.
Okay, Eric started. Dact is way behind. Hold on, I'm just gonna restart Dact's game feed, actually.
And yeah, if you don't know about these runners, then Eric haven't done too much 96 exits. He's done plenty of Super Mario World and especially a lot of Kaizo hacks. He has, for example, completed Kaizo 3 and all the other Kaizo games. So he's a really skilled runner, and he could probably get a better PB if he started grinding a bit. Meanwhile, Dact is a great runner in both Super Mario World, Mega Man, Spyro, and yeah, just a good speedrunner overall.
Yeah, Dact definitely has a lot of experience with speedruns.
And Dact have had Steven as a coach, so you know that helps.
I don't know about coach. Why do streams have to be hard to set up? Just want you to capture this window, not the other window.
Well, Sander, we have 2 Erics and Mario have 2 feet. And Dact's getting the 259, which... and Eric as well. We wouldn't expect anything else from these runners.
Yeah. Apologies for the the lack of Dact stream. I'm working on getting that fixed, but it's just being a little troublesome. I had it all working, and then I tried to fix things, and then it went poorly.
You aren't missing anything on Dact streams, no mistakes. He destroyed the shell, so no shell jump. Erik attempted the shell jump, misses. Not a big time loss for either of the runners. So, it's good that we have Yoshi's Island to just set things up in. It's like, none of them has lost any time so far, so they are neck and neck. Dactyl's first cage looks nice. I think he's gonna go for the 81 door. And he gets it, no problem at all. Erik gets the 80 door. He was close to 81 though.
There we go.
So yeah. Considering that Dact destroyed the shell while in Yoshi's Island 4, while Erik went for the shell jump and missed, and the 80 door by Erik in Iggy, I would say that Dact is like 1 second ahead. Which of course don't mean anything. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Too much of the race left. And for all of you complaining about time zones, just think about the Australians who, every time there's a tournament, needs to get up super early to watch any games.
Yeah, apologies for the super jank trying to fix things while the stream is going, by the way.
Both grabbing the cape in the same way, no issues at all. If you see that you're getting a different time at the end of this level, it's because of flight speed, which will affect every single level where you just cape over it. And it's that Mario can fly in different speeds. And yeah, you want to go the fastest one, but it's a little bit tricky to control which speed you have. How is the setup going, Steven? Is it everything alright now?
It's almost fixed.
Nice.
Alright. That should be okay. Alright. Sorry about all of the technical issues, but I think we're good now. I guess, have we introduced ourselves?
I think we have forgotten about it.
Right, so I am Sten, or Steven, 96 exit runner mostly, do some other things every now and again, and joining me is Bluesand.
I generally Super Mario World runner. I've learned a bit of Donkey Kong Country 2 and other games, but mainly Super Mario World, and by far not as good as Steven at this game. But I was in this tournament as well at the first match and lost hard against Truman.
Yeah, well, ending up against Truman round 1, there's not much you can do against that. He is just a very good runner.
Yeah.
And like, he got a 123 in that race, right? And your PB
It is 129, so I never stood a chance.
So one thing you'll notice right now is that the runners are actually taking different routes. Although Dact,
they seem to be doing the same route, but Dact went for top secret before the normal exit, or top secret area before the other exit in the ghost house, while Erik just went directly for the secret normal exit. That ghost house is weird.
Yeah, so Erik is taking the more traditional early wings route. Well, I say more traditional. It's the more common way people do early wings route, where they just skip the top secret exit and get that on the World 2 cleanup. Whereas Dact, because he's going for a fast strat on a fast and kind of risky strat on that secret exit, he opts to do it earlier just to get it out of the way. You know, you don't want to be resetting on that 40 minutes into the run.
Yeah, definitely. And that is why a lot of people choose to do Donut Circuit House early as well instead of doing this route. Just because a lot of people will reset on that level.
Yeah.
But the advantage of the route that these people are using is that you get wings and clips done earlier, which is two major glitches coming up, and that are really difficult to do optimally. And you see that they are grabbing Yoshi in this level, in DP4, and that is because they need Yoshi for both the wings and the clips coming up.
Yeah, Yoshi, in general, is slower to get Yoshi. Just like, he moves slower than Mario when Mario's flying, and the Yoshi hatching animation takes time. But Yoshi is instrumental in several of the glitches that we use in this speedrun.
And I'm gonna give you a little bit of foreshadowing, because Eric has promised to try and show off a new glitch that's recently found to be RTA viable.
Yeah, I believe we'll be seeing that in Awesome, in Special.
We will. So you have a new nice glitch to look forward to.
So the slight disadvantage of Dact and Eric taking these two different routes is the fact that they're gonna be slightly out of sync until the second pass through World 2. So we're really not gonna have a particularly good measure of seeing who's in the lead.
This was some really solid World 2s by both of the runners though.
Yeah, definitely no major issues there.
No.
Dact didn't have any
They got a
trouble with top
51.
secret exit.
They got a 51, both of them in Donut Secret 1, and that's pretty much the only time loss that they had.
Now that's
And
hardly
that's why
even
he
time
won in
loss.
second. Yeah. So really good starts by both the runners.
Yep, and we see Eric heading into Vanilla Dome 1. We'll be attempting the wings glitch. So successfully gets the first block tube over the dragon coin. And that's a very nice set of wings, 79.
Well done, Eric.
That is incredibly solid.
And if you don't know what happened there, then it's a bit too complicated to explain in a commentary like this. But
I'd be happy
can't
enough to
call it
explain,
magic.
but Eric's about to go for the Yoshi clip in Vanilla Dome 2, where he mounts Yoshi just inside the wall, and then remounts him in order to clip through. And then in this stage, there's no water inside the level, inside the ooh.
Dactyly loses cape and grabs the coin, so he can't dupe.
Yeah, that is a big issue. He has just
He's
killed
probably
himself in the hole. I'm not sure.
I thought he was gonna go to top secret and get a cape and Yoshi, but
No,
seems
he's
like he won't.
just re-entered the level. Going through it small, I guess.
Yeah, I'm a bit confused about that. Why
Yeah.
he decided to kill himself.
Personally, in Dac's situation, I would have got Yoshi and got the secret exit. Okay, it looks like Dact is actually going to do the buzzy jump in order to get the secret exit. That's not a trick you see in 96 exit too often.
No?
You sort of store the buzzy's downward momentum so you can bounce off it as it wakes up. Oh, I see what Dact is doing now. He's going... Yep, he's going to VS1 in order to grab a cape.
Is he going to change to a Kister route then? Well, except for Red Block.
I don't
red
think he's
switch.
going to go a Kisto route. I think he's going to go grab the cape in this stage, and then maybe grab the Yoshi in Vanilla Secret 2, and then use that.
Ooh,
use
loses the
that
cape
Yoshi
again,
for,
directly after
to
grabbing it.
do another shot at wings. Yeah, that cape loss is very unfortunate. There is... Actually, no, he doesn't have green switch yet. So I'm not really sure where a good cape would be, unless he re-enters VS1.
Yeah, because otherwise the first cape is in the fort, right?
Yeah. Yeah, this is definitely not a good situation right now for Dak.
Meanwhile, Eric is just flying through the levels.
Yep,
Doing
no
really well
issues.
so far.
No issues with the first room of that ghost house, except the door, which doors can be tricky. There are
And
3
Dactyl
frame
chose
windows
to go
for
back
this room.
to VS1 for a cape,
Yeah, that's what I
which is a
expected.
sensible choice.
I'm wondering whether he'll... Yeah, it looks like he's gonna go and grab the secret exit here now.
That's a nice backup. I'm sad that he didn't get it the first time.
Yeah, it's not a backup you see too often. Most people will just head and climb the vine if they lose flight there, myself included.
Yeah, me, I as well, so...
But I think this little flight is a bit faster than that.
It looked like it should have been, but since you missed it the first time, I don't think you gained time
Yeah.
compared to what we would have done.
Eric now making his way through Vanilla Dome 3. Oh, okay, Dact is heading to Star World in order to get a Yoshi. This is quite the unconventional route.
This is a route that I have never seen before.
Yeah, I think this is all just backups upon backups right now. But the interesting thing here is that he would normally grab a blue Yoshi when completing the normal exit in Star World. So I'm just wondering what he's going to do when he gets to that point in the run.
Yeah.
But for now...
And Eric just missed the Yoshi flight, but then used a shell jump to get up as a backup.
Yeah, that was... not often you see a shell jump as a backup strat. And then, yeah, Eric had no trouble just doing the safe flight through this room of Vanilla Dome 3.
Yeah, this is the race of backups so far.
Alright, so we see Dak re-entering Vanilla Dome 1 with his Yoshi. Going for another shot at wings. Hopefully he has better luck this time.
That was a lot better. 75 wings, really nicely done by that.
Yeah, just solid.
Yeah.
Yes,
And now he's back on
by the
track,
way.
so hopefully it will go as he wants it to go from here on out.
Yeah, so I think it's fair to say that right now Eric is in the lead, just he's had fewer mistakes. But that could turn around at any point.
Yeah.
And
We
right
will
now-
see after Special and after Vanilla Dome who is ahead and like how much they are ahead. But until then we will be a bit in the dark.
Ooh, Dak having a bit of trouble getting into the wall for Yoshi Clip, and then got kicked out. I'm not sure if that was due to a bad subpixel or just bad luck. Does get through eventually
gets
though,
it, yeah.
but that's definitely a big hit. He
Yeah,
lost
that's time
about
loss that
20
he doesn't
seconds on that
want
clip.
after this start.
Eric chose to take it safe and just bonked Magic Cooper on the head at the beginning of the castle. A little bit slower, but entirely safe.
Yeah, and I've talked to Eric yesterday, and that is the strat that he always go for. If feels like losing cape, the magic Copa isn't perfect.
Yeah.
He doesn't get the stag flight with the dive bomb here that you, Mario, and Louis does.
Oh, Eric getting a bit of a mean spawn with that first hit of Lemmy, but manages to handle it just fine.
It's actually easier than it seems to get hits in that boss fight.
Hmm.
Just by coming to the side and try and hit Lemmy. And then his hitbox will activate after you have stepped on it, and yeah, bad things happen.
Hmm.
Eric has gotten 2 golds in a row. In a row, sorry. But for more than and Lemmy. So this is probably the best round that Eric has ever had so far.
Well, yeah, quite possibly 2 golds in a row.
Yeah, and I had a 23 Iggy split, so almost has to be.
Yeah, sorry, we do appear to be having a few technical issues with the stream. I'm not exactly sure why. Doesn't seem like there should be anything wrong on my end, but well, still having a bit of jumpiness.
Yeah, meanwhile, Dact had a bit of an issue grabbing the P-switch in the ghost house. But not a big deal.
Here we see Erik flying over Cookie Mountain. I don't think we'll be seeing it. There is a boss kill that can be done, but I don't think we'll be seeing an attempt at it from either runner.
And about the lag, the runner streams, like individual streams, aren't lagging, so it's something on Steven's end that is causing it.
Yeah, it's not sure why, but the game captures I've got going are having a few issues.
I'm just gonna blame Australia.
Alright, Dak making his way through Vanilla Dome 3.
Yeah, we went for the log skip, if I did see it correctly.
Yeah, I think
a bit faster than the strat that Erik went for.
Yep, definitely a block skip from Dak, and a nice one at that.
The difference between those is that you don't do a third flight around in the little box that you are with the raft, and instead you just go over it and bounce on a blorg.
Yeah, Erik entering Soda Lake, opting just to swim under it, which is definitely the safer option.
Yeah. The drawback with swimming under is that it's easy to bonk and lose time. But
Yeah.
it's not a lot of time, so it's
Swimming
really a good
through...
option.
I know I've lost my fair share of runs, more than my fair share of runs swimming through the center of Soda Lake. It does not feel good.
The part that Erik just passed is the most usual part of this cape, when you have 4 fishes in a straight line, and then the torpedo heads shooting at you at the same time. And Magic Koopa not being nice to Dactyl, stealing his cape and then killing him.
You're
That
way
was
ahead
really
of the stream,
unfortunate.
by the way.
Oh,
But yeah, Magic Koopa just... Oh, Magic Koopa is quite mean at times. That's very unfortunate for Dact.
what time is the stream on at the moment, Steven?
On Dact's timer, 47, 8, 9, 50.
Oh, I will try and purposely get some delay on my end then. If I can. I'll try and open a lot of windows and hope that something causes delay.
Well, Dact has managed to get his cape back. Erik, in the meantime, making light work of Star World. A little bit slow on the Star World 3 normal, but not too bad.
Okay, I managed to get my streams to buffer a little bit, so I hope it's a little bit better now, but I'm not sure if it is. What time do you have on Dactyl's timer now, Steven?
6, 7, 8.
Damn it, then I'm still 10 seconds ahead.
Don't worry too much about it. And Dact...
I will just try and delay the commentary a bit.
Dact manages to get through the Lemmy fight. Not too many issues. Oh, no issues really. he'll be moving on to Cheese Bridge.
Meanwhile, Eric is going through maybe the most difficult flyover, just because it's easy to get stuck on that roof where he's flying over right now and lose flight. Oh, and he actually flew over the goal and lost 2 in-game seconds because he had to go back. So yeah, if you didn't know that, if you're too high above the goal tape, it will not count that you have passed it, so you have to go back and hit the goal tape
Yeah,
to actually finish the level.
if you're off the top of the screen on a screen where the on a level where the screen vertically scrolls, then that's what will happen.
And Eric is now going for 6. He gets the first 2 ones. Get the third one as well. And he misses the last one, but that one matters the least, since you see there's a gap there anyway, where there are 3 red Koopas. Yeah, 261 is a really good Star World 1 time. And those tips that he just got works because you can only have 4 turn blocks spinning at the same time. And when he activates more than 4 of them, well, the ones above him stop spinning and pushes him downwards. Really nice secret exits in Star World 1 for Eric as well. That was some really good Star World 1s by him. Meanwhile, Dact is flying through to get the secret exit in Cheese Bridge area and get himself to Soda Lake. And then enter Starbolt. Oh, he messes up. Makes an extra cape pump where he wasn't supposed to. So let's see if he manages to get the backup. He gets the flight, but he accidentally goes into the wrong goal. So that loses quite a lot of time. He will have to do this level again and try to get the secret exit.
Yeah. That is definitely not good. It is better than losing... It is better than falling out of the level after collecting the goal, which can happen. That's quite unfortunate.
I might have done that before. It's not a good feeling.
Yeah, I certainly have as well.
And yeah, I'm sorry about the spoilers, it's just difficult to try and delay for 10 seconds. This time there are no issues for Dactyly though. Flies over under the goal and gets the secret exit. Steven, do you know if flying under the goal like that is what the developers intended for you to do? Or is it something with Yoshi that you were supposed to do?
I think either flying or, yeah, ditching Yoshi to get there.
Eric is now going into special. So we are going to see a lot of glitches in this world by Eric. He's gonna start off with gnarly wings.
Special has a lot of cool tricks.
And in 4 levels time, we will hopefully see the new glitch that I was talking about before. The awesome Resnocko, which Steven knows more about than me, so I'm gonna let him explain it when we get there.
Yeah, there's a lot to explain about that in a short time if it happens.
And Eric misses 1 dupe, but other than that, good gnarly wings.
Oh, misses. Looked like he missed the. He almost had the quad dupe there. If you dupe that first block 4 times before you going for the second dupe, then you can actually, you don't have to wait for the top block to stop spinning.
And really good tubular wings by Eric as well. Gets the P-switch in there straight away and gets the instant scroll.
Yeah, nice set of tubular wing there. Now Eric moving on to one of the easier levels of special, way cool.
It's a nice breather after Gnarly and Tubular to have a short, easy level until going into Awesome.
Yeah, so
Celestia.
Eric in a moment will be entering Awesome, and he's going to be going for a trick we call Awesome Reznor Kill, where essentially you use a couple of glitches to spawn a Reznor, as in the boss that lives in the fortresses, and then you kill it by sticking out Yoshi's tongue. There's a lot going on with that trick, but Eric is attempting it now. Misses the double tongue though. That's unfortunate, so he will just be completing the level normally. Ooh, gets kicked off Yoshi though. Thankfully gets him back safely. Having a bit of trouble building up P-speed here though. Looks like he's going to attempt to grab the star. Ooh. He had a couple of close calls with those cheeps. He almost lost Yoshi a couple of times. But unfortunately that means we will not be seeing an Awesome Reznor Kill in this run. Unless Dax learned it.
I haven't seen him practice it, but I wouldn't be surprised.
And it looks like Eric will be moving on to Groovy. I think he's going to attempt Groovy Boss Kill, which is a trick along similar lines to Awesome Reznor Kill, but it's been around a lot longer. It's a lot more consistent. Essentially, with this one, we spawn one of the Koopalings, not anyone in particular, and then we kill it with 12 fireballs.
Meanwhile, Dak was having a little bit of problems in Star World 4. Tried to fly over and glide safely into the key area, but lost his flight and had to do the easy backup. He's just floating down there.
And Eric actually getting kicked off Yoshi to the left, or having Yoshi run to the left there. It's a bit more difficult, but it does reduce a significant amount of the lag in this level. Mondo normally is a very, very laggy stage.
Dactyly having some issues again. He got really nice zips and then a Koopa stole his cape because he missed the star.
Ooh. Thankfully he had that mushroom, otherwise I'm not sure how you beat the level from that point.
Yeah, that's true. That might have been a soft block if he hadn't had that
I
mushroom.
don't think it's a soft. He at least could have killed himself and another Koopa, but he wouldn't have been able to make any downwards progress.
So yeah, he's choosing to grab the backup cape in Star World 1, and then he's going to enter the level again to get the secret exits.
Either that, or he'll grab the cape and then fly back up to the secret, which can be done. Okay, I'm going to try to fix up these streams a bit.
Meanwhile, Eric is just finishing off the special world with another flyover. Unfortunately, we are entering the stage of the game which contains a lot of flyovers. In the entirety of the next split, you're gonna see a lot of flyovers and auto-scrollers. And it is the longest split in the game.
Yeah, thankfully though, there is Donut Ghost House. Sorry, Donut Secret House going through this segment.
Ooh! Dactyly is losing his blue Yoshi through feeding him inside the wall. And yeah, Eric did gold his special even though he had his issues in Awesome. So he's still on a good run. 3 out of his 5 splits so far have been gold.
Sorry about the technical difficulties, just trying to get this, like, actually working.
So while Erik is leaving special, Dactyly is entering it. So we're going to see all of the tricks again. And unfortunately, Erik doesn't get a jump in the yellow switch. Really good gnarly wings by Dactyl. He didn't get the quad dupe, but got first dupes for both the first and the second dupe.
Yeah. Definitely can't complain about like mid-70s on the game time.
Nah, it's really solid. And yeah, I advise the viewers to watch Dactyl mainly now because Erik is in. He's going to do a flyover and then he's going to do another scroller twice. So it's not going to be a lot to look at.
Yeah, Dact looks like he's slowly getting that P-switch to scroll over to the right. Once you get it moving in the right direction, it's just a matter of keeping it scrolling, and then we'll keep going the right way, but it can take a while to get it going in the right direction in the first place. Dact moving on the way, cool. Yeah, so Erik's just gonna mess around for most of this auto scroller. The later in this room there is a bit of a strat that will save some time in the next room ideally.
Yeah, something interesting with that strat is that for some reason Dactyl is usually having problems with it, even though it isn't the most difficult thing to do.
Dact opting to grab the faster Awesome Flower, seeing as he's not going for ARK.
And the ARK stands for Awesome Rescue Kill.
And I think we'll see a groovy boss kill attempt from Dact as well. And Erik doesn't quite manage to keep flight going into the pipe, so does lose a few seconds here.
So let's watch Dactyl when he attempts GPK.
Ooh, went a bit early for that double tongue. And so just missed it, which is unfortunate.
So we only got one boss kill in this race, which is at least one fewer than I thought we would get.
Oh well, at least we had one.
That is true.
One out of the potential 6.
And we see from Erik's stream that he gets a jump on the green switch.
No, it's a yump.
Do you mean a yum?
Yes. Yeah, so the yump is a frame perfect trick where you jump off the switch palace switch. You can get up to 4 of them in a run. Purely for swag, doesn't save or lose time.
Well, you can lose time if you still have flight meter and manage to fly up instead of hitting the piece, instead of hitting the switch.
The yump itself doesn't save or lose time. Messing up the stage because you attempt a yump is a different matter.
But that's a mistake that I've seen a lot of people do quite often.
Yeah, it's definitely an easy one to make.
Erik gets the strats for DP2 the second time through though, keeping flight through the pipe and manages to fly through the second room.
And now Erik will be going for top secret area, the exit the Dact got on his first pass through through World 2, and looks like Eric's just taking it safe, running to the end of that coin line.
And now Eric is gonna go back and do Donut Secret 1's secret exits and reach the Donut Secret's house
Oh yes,
to finish up.
I'd forgotten about Donut Secret House.
It's difficult to watch people do different routes than you usually do.
Yeah, I'm used to seeing the route I do and the route I think most top runners do these days is would have got this this exit and Donut Secret House done before Morton.
I did notice that we had Akisto in chat there before, and he is also doing a different route.
Yeah, Akisto has a route that basically nobody else does. Where you go to, it loses a bit of overall time, but you get forest out of the way early, and a lot of the luck-based elements of the run.
And yeah, now Dactyly is also in a part where it's gonna be a lot of flyovers and auto scrollers. Thankfully they are doing this route, so there are a little bit more gameplay in between.
Now it's worth noting that while it may look like Eric is very, very far ahead of Dact right now, that is, and I think Eric is in the lead, but it's not as much as it appears because Dact has a couple of, I think, 2 extra exits? Or is it
I think it's only one.
No, Dact has 3 extra exits. He has, no, 4 even. He has, Vanilla Dome 1 Secret, both VS1 exits, and Star World 2 normal. Actually, no.
Oh, but they have done Star Wars 2 normal.
You are right. 3. 3 extra.
Yeah.
So I'm still confident that Eric's in the lead, but it's definitely not by as much as it looks right now.
Yeah, like once we get up to Vanilla Plateau, I think it's called. When we get up to that area,
The Vanilla
we'll
Tabletop.
see how it actually is.
Yeah, I don't think that's how it works, Van. Technically, Top Secret faster or Top Secret early or late actually makes no difference. As far as overall time, it's just a bit, like, arguably safer to do it earlier on. But Eric was going for a safe strat later anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
So yeah, the only real difference with doing Donut Secret House later than, well, doing the route that they are doing compared to the one that Steven and I do, is that in this level that Eric is doing right now, Donut Secret 2, there is a Koopa at the beginning that you need to jump over, that you can just run over if you do this level before beating special.
Yeah, the Koopa, he becomes a yellow Koopa. Normally he'd be green, but he becomes yellow after special's beaten. And yellow Koopas just walk faster than green and red. Ooh, Dact.
Dact losing cape.
Losing cape just hit himself with the buzzy. I think he was trying to get that under the sandbar thing. Didn't quite succeed.
Yeah. So losing time to attempting swag. Oh, and Dactyly misses the flight into the pipe. Was close to getting it, but just missed the entry.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Does lose a few seconds missing that flight, but basically leaves him even with Eric for that exit.
Yeah, and Eric messes up a bit in Vanilla Secret 1. Does another version of the same backup that Dact used.
Yeah, I think Dact's backup is a little bit faster, and Just manages the flight meter a bit better. And Dact with the T-pose on green switch.
Erik misses the shell that he wants to put up, pick up
Has a
for
bit
this
of
exit.
few issues with flight meter. Same issues on both exits actually.
Yeah,
Recovers a bit better on this one, but still not the fastest VS1. And
but yeah, now Erik has done all of the exits that Dact have done.
yeah, so
Now
that
you can actually tell.
still puts Erik ahead by a very considerable margin. Unfortunately, this just has not been Dact's run.
No, we have seen many mistakes from Dact that I have never seen him done before.
Yeah, Dact has noted on a few occasions that he's just not great in races, typically.
Yeah, like oftentimes in races, you do mistakes that you usually don't do, and a lot of stuff that you haven't done ever before. So it's really important to know backups, which Dact seem to do. But when you do this many mistakes, the backups doesn't really help too much.
Yeah, he had some interesting backup strats throughout this run. It's not often you see Star World 2 immediately after VS1. So Erik is going to be going for a very important trick in this stage. At the start of the second room, there's a thwomp, and if you spin your cape at exactly the right time, you can despawn that thwomp. It's to do with the way the cape spin affects the scrolling of the screen, because it's only just starting to move.
That Womp is in your way if you do not despawn it, so you have to left-right.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
I think technically you don't even have to left-right if you do it right, but it's very tricky to get past. Cool. Well, if you want. But unfortunately, Erik, a little bit slow, a little bit too late with that cape spin. Gets what we call
Now we're going to see
thwomp
what
loss.
first. And Erik is doing quite fast Reso kill. Not the fastest, but still good enough.
Yeah, definitely not a bad Resnor kill. He made it out of there with cape and fire, which is really the best you can hope for.
And if you didn't know before what Reznor was, that was the boss that he tried to spawn and kill in Awesome. Of course it would have been invisible, but...
Yeah, I don't even know where in the level it shows up. But it's there somewhere. And you can kill it by sticking Yoshi's tongue out. That makes light work of Big Boo. And is moving on to the normal exit of this ghost house.
Ooh, that was a tight squeeze from Dactyly. He did not have a lot of room between the wall and the boost.
Yeah, if you've got like no room to get through there, you can do a tap regrab of the flight. So you'd like fly up, then sort of hesitate mid-air a bit, and then fly the rest of the way. Which obviously isn't the fastest, but you know, if you need to squeeze through that gap, you can. What a lot of people are doing these days is a cape cancel strat, where they just fly at that boo ring, and then like get flight off the sort of narrower part of the gap, and then fly through and cape cancel on the boo ring to get through, regardless of where the boo ring is.
So Erik is now in the longest level in the game. A 2-minute auto-scroller where nothing is happening.
Yeah, Battle Bridge 1 is one of those levels where it's not interesting, but you need to pay enough attention that you don't die.
I think everyone that runs this game have lost their run to this level just because they didn't pay enough attention.
Yeah, I don't even know how many I've lost here. And Dact's just making making his way straight through Vanilla Dome. Entering the vanilla tabletop just as Erik is entering Battle Bridge 2.
The good thing is that Erik is soon done with all of the flyovers and all screws for this part of the round. And we'll be heading into Ludwig and then the forest, which is a lot more interesting.
Yeah, until we get to Forest Fortress and its other auto-scroll. That's not for a while. And Forest has some pretty neat tricks, which are unfortunately mostly luck-based.
And those luck-based tricks is the main reason to why Erikaizo is doing the run that he does. Just to get the forest done earlier.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the reasoning there is that if you're going to reset on Forest, might as well reset on Forest early and, you know, get more attempts in. Erik chooses to switch to fire. Arguably the safer option. Oh, the scroll, definitely the safer option. Super safe, going for that scroll. Just if you fly through this room, it's very easy to cape cancel on a Potoroo and end up going into the lava. And by scrolling there, he makes the jumps beneath the Potoboos a lot less tight.
Yeah, there is one jump that in the special is a bit more tight than the other ones.
Yeah, the first
jump after the on switch.
Yeah, the first jump beneath the Koopas. No, beneath the Potoboos. And Erik will soon be moving on to Forest.
Yeah, and Erik once again got a gold split. So 4 out of his 6 splits so far have been golds.
And looks like in chat that he is commenting on how that gold is bad. A feeling with which I'm definitely familiar. And actually, it looks like he's 20 seconds ahead of PB right now. That is very, very solid for a race.
Yes.
And Dact's having a couple of issues with the Resnal kill, but just taking it nice and safe.
I'm going to say that Erik's probably stole all of the race potential from Dact. Just taking all the energy and getting a good run.
And Erik, I reckon, will be going for Forest 1 wings. So it's similar to the wings dupes you saw in like Gnarly or Vanilla Dome 1, except this time you're doing it off a P-balloon block and you're duping it to the left, over a pit. But that was perfect. That's a luck-based dupe. There's like a 3 in 5 chance you get wings and a 2 in 5 chance you get a P-balloon. And he got first try wings, just textbook. Really good start to Forest for Erik.
Clips.
Yeah, so this is another Yoshi clip like we saw in Vanilla Dome 2. He'll be doing this twice. And... oh no,
Dactyly doing what we talked about before.
Dact with the Bridge 1 death. You never want to see that. Thankfully he'll be able to get a cape back, just in the center of the stage, but that's just... oh... you never want to see someone die in Battle Bridge 1. Erik, in the meantime, making his way through the last switch palace of the run.
We have gotten 1 jump so far, as far as I know. And now we got the second one.
Too. Yeah, Eric, definitely on a very nice run right now, and with a very decent start to Forest.
Yeah, it's only the second times that he's gonna do clips that is luck-based of what is left
Yeah.
in the forest.
There is actually a clip in Forest Ghost House that you can go for, where you clip through the ceiling. You damage boost, then collect a cape while doing a corner clip into the ceiling, and it's very tricky.
I know that Eric have done it and completed it before, but I do not expect him to go for it in a run like this.
No, definitely not. I think he'll just be making his way through this level the old-fashioned way, which is actually quite a fun, like, flight mechanic-based level. Looking very nice so far.
It's a good thing that that wall doesn't extend above the screen, so that you're able to fly over it.
Yeah, there's a lot of situations where Nintendo didn't extend walls above the screen. Pretty much everywhere, really. Walls, pipes. There's a couple of places where they've put put pipes above the level that you can't see, but you can run into them if you're trying to fly over it. But those aren't in any of the places where there are walls that extend all the way to the ceiling.
Oh, and Eric gets the first try, second clip. So all of the luck-based stuff went really well for Eric.
Yeah, this is just a very good start to Forest. There's really nothing Eric can complain about here.
So Eric is now on a really good run. He was 20 seconds ahead of his PB into the forest.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine that his PB had this good of a start to the forest.
It's possible it did, but... yeah, I mean, just a really good start to Forest. And Dact, in the meantime, making his way through Castle 4, having a bit of a cleaner climb than Eric did on these cages.
Yeah, definitely.
Ooh, a little bit, got slowed down a little bit at the end.
And I think something we should mention, this, considering Anorak's comment in chat, is that this tournament was only for 32 players. So the 32 best players the 32 players with the best PB that entered this tournament are the ones that got to play. So unfortunately there were a few people that wanted to play but wasn't able to this time.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that people have to be left out, but yeah, that's just how it's worked out. Dac's comment is he's back en route and about 5.5 minutes behind PB, which I think means he's in the realm of a sub 130 this run. Ooh, Dac not quite getting onto Yoshi.
Do you expect Dak to go for FI1 wings?
I'm not sure, I don't know whether he does them. Looks
Seems to
like
be
he
setting
will
up
be
for it.
attempting them though.
And he gets them as well. Nicely done, Dax.
Yeah. Low wings as well, quite nice. They're just slightly faster. You can grab the wings a bit more easily. And Eric corner clips on that pipe, just killing his speed as he cape spins the Koopa, the Lakitu guy? Who is that in the pipe? It's Lakitu, right?
Yeah, I think it's selected. I'm not certain, but I think it's selected. And I think that Dax got first try clips.
Yeah, that's definitely a first try clip kind of time on the timer. So yeah, very good start to Forest as well for Dact.
So Erik is now going into Forest Fort, which is half an the first part is an auto-scroller, and Dact is doing the last switch palace of this race.
Yeah, it's a pity the first half of Forest Fort's an auto-scroll, because the second room is actually quite an interesting one. And Dact with another T-pose on the switch. Oh, Erik getting a little bit closer than I would to some of these saws.
Yeah, that's just Erik being Erik though. He likes to be risky.
One thing you never want to have happen is to lose Kate in this auto-scroller. It does not feel good.
Yeah. I died twice in this level in my race against Ruben, which isn't fun.
Ooh.
I fell into the lava at Resnor, and then I was small and got hit in the second room.
And Erik with a nice second room of the fort. And a good
Really nice.
Dact making his way through Forest Ghost House for the first time.
Textbook example of how you're supposed to go through the ghost house.
Yeah.
So yeah, Erik is going to do 2 flyovers, and then he's going to get to Roy's Castle, the fifth fortress in this game. And in that fortress, or in that castle, there is a thing called Roy Flight, where we skip a raft in the beginning and just fly through some potholes instead.
Ooh,
Which,
Erik,
if you mess it up, you're gonna die.
Oh, never mind, I'm late. But Erik did lose flight in FY4. Lost a bit of time from that. It's an unfortunate mistake, but I think it only lost him about 4 seconds.
Yeah.
And yeah, it looked
You
like
can accidentally enter the pipe that he was stopping by.
Yeah.
That would lose you a lot more time, because that's one of the few pipes in this game that take you backwards.
Yeah, your instinct, so when you're jumping around, those pipes can be just to hold down, because you want to crouch, because there's a bunch of things overhead, so if you crouch, then they're less likely to hit you, but if you crouch on top of a pipe, then you enter the pipe.
And as Akis points out in chat, that pipe has the name of the Darbian pipe. And I think you can imagine why that is.
Yeah, there's a clip of Darbian entering that pipe by accident, and then getting annoyed and saying, "I did it again."
Yeah. Erik is now doing Roy flights.
Ooh.
Getting through the potholes.
Okay, he was a bit close to that Potaboo. But
Yeah.
a successful Roy flight nonetheless.
He's doing... I'm not sure what that strat was
I
at
think
the
he
end
was.
of the Roy.
I think he didn't mean to pick the P-switch up there. I think he was intending to hit it, and then just that was his backup. And Erik apparently with another gold split. So
that is 5 out of 7 splits so far that are golds.
Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, Erik.
He's now 32 seconds ahead of his PB. Okay, so Erik is now going to try a pipe flight in the next level, where he gets shot out of a cannon and keeps flight, and through that gets a higher flight speed than is normally possible.
Yeah, so the cannon shoots... Normally the Mario's top flight speed is 51 subpixels per frame. The cannon shoots you out at 64, which is, well, a decent amount faster.
You see that he does a spin flight to set it up, and let's hope that he gets it.
And yeah, that looked good to me.
I don't know if you're able to tell on stream, but you can now see that the background is scrolling a lot faster than usually. It's because of the flight speed.
Yeah, it's definitely it scrolls faster and smoother. In theory, it should be perfectly smooth when flying at 64 speed or at any multiple of 16.
And in the ghost house that Eric is at the moment, he had to avoid a pipe that is off screen, which Steven talked about before.
Yeah.
You can't see it, but it will stop you if you hit it.
Ooh, a couple of issues with Eric's stream, unfortunately.
And in that ghost house it's especially difficult because you need to keep high to not get hit by the fishing boom. But if you keep too high, you're gonna hit the pipe. So you really have to balance it and not be high or low. And Eric, being lucky with the cape rollster, he could have unlocked the Yoshi, which would have given him, lost him some time since Yoshi hatched.
Oh yeah, he was right on that Yoshi block.
Yeah, but he was lucky and the cape, whereas the other side when he was at that block and he didn't get it.
Yeah. Oh, I now have like 8 seconds of delay on Eric, thanks to... Oh. No, it's 11 seconds. Thank you for buffering stream.
Yeah, don't feel too bad about it, Steven. It's not like you could have done anything different. And Eric is now doing a strat in Chocolate Secrets, which is... It's like... It wasn't Steven that came up with it, but it's called after him anyway, by most people.
I think... I came up with it, but then another 2 different people came up with it independently of me. But yeah, it's just a consistent strat for that first room. I think it loses a couple of frames over the optimal strat, but it's just super consistent. Like, a lot of the other strats are a bit reliant on what footballs you get from the chucks.
And now Dactyly is about to finish off the forest split as well.
Yep, he'll be moving on to Roy's Castle in just a moment. I guess after a Forest 3.
Yeah. And then we will see how he handles his Roy flight.
No, TM, unfortunately Eric did not get Arc.
Eric did go for the awesome rescue kill, but he didn't manage to successfully do it.
Yeah, just, I think botched the double tongue. And now Eric is moving on to Chocolate Island 2, which is going to look a bit unusual because he's just going to basically slow to a halt for a while, take it casual, grab some coins. So the way this level works is that the first pipe you enter, where it takes you depends on how many coins you collect in the first room. So if you collect, I think it's 21 or more, it takes you to this room with the cape. If you collect none, well, I think if you collect less than 9, it takes you to the room you saw earlier, and there's a different room if you collect 9 to 20. And then this room, if you enter the pipe with 250 or higher on the game timer, ooh, that just... I think he had flight meter and ran off the statue and went into flight.
Yeah.
Just ended up dive bombing straight into that pit. I don't think he was expecting that dive bomb at all.
No, I wouldn't. I know that I wouldn't have been. That's sad for Dax.
Yeah, it's... yeah, I hate to see that. As I was saying, in Chocolate Island 2, if you enter that pipe at 250 on the timer or higher, it gives you the secret exit, and 249 on the timer or lower, and it gives you the normal exit. So
Like doing it a lot better the second time through, but
Yeah.
still lost my flight at the end. And once Eric is done with this flyover, he's going to do the most difficult fort in this game, and in my opinion also the most fun.
Well, it's arguably. I'd say either this or Valley Fort. They're both quite tricky. I think Valley Fort's probably harder to go fast at.
Yeah, for the optimal strats, yeah, probably.
But the first room of Choco Fort is very technical, and it's a very difficult one to do, especially starting out.
So let's pay attention to Eric and see how it does, especially in the first room.
Yeah, Dact looks like he's going to be attempting Pipe Fly in Chocolate 1. And Eric just entering the fort.
Eric unfortunately loses flight towards a pencil.
Yeah, gets caught on the pencil, but he knows the backup. Chooses to just do a big flight around there to take it safe. I don't think that was completely necessary, but it was definitely less risky than just going for it. This this fort sort of has backups upon backups that you can do.
I just need to question Dactyly here. Why would Vanilla Fort be a favorite level when it's a water level?
I think he may mean Valley Fort.
Oh, yeah, I'm done. But yeah. That makes more sense.
Vanilla Fort is my favorite level because it's where I can get Thwomp Boss.
Yeah, I don't think that makes up for it being a water level, which is slow.
Dact had a couple of issues with that, getting past that last boo line in Choco Ghost House, but did make it through safe.
Eric, you're messing up a little bit in Chocolate Island 4, but manages not to lose his cape to the moles falling from the sky.
Yeah, didn't make it out with P-Speed, but still got a reasonable time. Unfortunately, it looks like he just he went for the dive bomb too early. Ended up hitting the ceiling.
I think that there's gonna go for flights there at the end of Chocolate Island 5, which is kinda tight to achieve.
Yeah, building P-Speed on those platforms is not the easiest.
And he did. He managed to get the flight. Doesn't save a lot of time, but it's still faster. And Dactyly, oh, well, Eric is now going into Wendy's castle, which is my favorite castle.
Yeah, Wendy's Castle's the first. Oh, it's just an interesting flight stage. Has a little crusher skip we can do at the start as well. Where you
Eric went a bit high on that crush skip in my opinion, but he still got it without any issues.
Spoilers.
Oh. You were closer to me than that before.
Yes, but then buffering happened.
Really, really nice when it's castle by Eric. It's both the room 1 and room 2 strats.
Yep. Just decent execution there. And Eric, no problems with the Wendy fight there.
I'm a bit sad that Eric did not call this split, but he is still 38 seconds ahead of his PB.
That's so picky. Did you catch what that fade time was?
1:11:11.
Okay, that's... Yeah, I think 123 possible. Yeah,
According to Mario in chat, he can get a mid 123, which would be...
If my calculations are right, this can be like, 123.15 maybe. Wait, no,
And that is with...
My calculations are not right. I want to make that clear.
I'm not even gonna attempt calculations, I'm gonna leave that to the experts.
Nah, probably more, yeah, like mid to high 123.
And that would put him in range of being top 10 on the leaderboards.
Where is top 10 these days? Because we've got 7 123s now. That's,
7 122s, you mean?
Yes, that is what I mean. Ooh, Eric did get kicked off Yoshi. Went for the... He knew to screen scroll there and then just wait for Yoshi to come back to him. That was very well handled.
But I think that top 10 is like 123, 30 or something. I think LinkedIn is on the 10th place at the moment. Our old world record holder for this category.
Yeah, so Eric unfortunately does not have an ideal score for Ghost Ship. Ideally, Ghost Ship's quite a laggy stage, and score adds a lot to lag. Essentially, the sum of the score, the higher the sum of the score, like each digit of the score is, the more lag you get. So if you hit 1 million points before or like during Ghost Ship, that can reduce the lag significantly.
Yeah, so ideally you want as many zeros as possible on the score counter.
Eric heading into Valley of Bowser 1.
Steven, did your mic cut out or something?
Did it?
Oh, now it seems to work again. Yeah, you were out for a little bit. I heard that you tried to talk, but it didn't come in the audio. Now Dactyly is going for Shock of Fort again. Oh, Shock of Fort for his time. And he gets caught on the first pencil, which is a usual mistake to do. But
I think he can actually recover this though. Yeah, he manages to regain P-speed and just pull off the rest of the strat quite nicely.
So once again, a nice backup from Dactyly.
Yeah, obviously getting snagged on the pencil is less than ideal, but I don't think he could have handled that situation any better.
And Eric is going into the Vanilla Ghost House. And he does not go for the Doorfly strats in room 2.
Yeah,
you
he
don't
did,
actually
say
have to...
he did say in chat that he wouldn't be going for the Doorfly.
I missed it.
I can understand. It's a bit of a risky strat. It's not hard. It's just if you mess it up, then you're dead, most likely.
And it doesn't save that much of a time, right?
Yeah, it's a second or two. And Eric with the sexy slide, getting clean through that gap.
And now Eric gets a door flight. A much safer door flight that isn't risky at all. Dactyly did a different strat for Chocolate Island 5 than what Eric did, where he eats the spinies to avoid him getting hit and getting knocked off to Yoshi.
Yeah, it's a bit of a safer strat, but still not too slow.
But instead he misses the flight at the end, which it seemed like he went for.
Yeah, it's easy. It's pretty easy to miss that pace speed. You just need to run slightly wrong.
Yeah, it's a tight window. And let's see how he handles win his console. He is going for the crusher skip,
Yep,
and he
good
gets.
crusher skip there.
He went a lot safer on it than what Erik did. Lower is safer in that regard.
Erik with a clean start to Vob 4, just going right under that Yoshi block without slowing down.
And Dact had a perfect room too as well, so really nice Venice Castle from both runners.
Yeah. And Erik with a 56 Vob 4, very nice.
So yeah, Erik is soon going to enter Laird's Castle, which has some really interesting strats and a Magic Koopa that can screw you over if he wants to.
Yeah, Magic Koopa is Magic Koopa's pretty easily manipulable in Castle 3. He's just a huge mess in Castle 7.
I don't really know which strat Erik is gonna go for, but if Magic Koopa wants to, he can just spawn right in the way of him and basically force him to escape.
Alright, Erik making his way through the first room of Castle 7. Shouldn't be any issues here. Just a simple flyover. Not a difficult room at all. And then the scroll at the start of that room is just to manipulate the pencils a bit. And ducks under the gets the triple duck beneath those last pencils. Very nice Castle 7 from Erik. Really can't hope for much better than that.
And Erik once again got a gold, and he's now 1 minute ahead of his PB.
Wow, that is
1:18:55 fade out splits for Larry.
Okay, so I believe with Sandbar we're looking at a high 123. Like 54, 53, assuming everything in this split goes reasonably. But he does need Sandbar for the 123.
And he says in chat that he's going for it. So let's everyone pray for him to get it.
Yeah. I want to see Erik get this. This would be sick.
It's worth mentioning that even if he would fail it, he can still PB.
Honestly, if he dies, he can still PB. He is ahead by a heap. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Okay, no spoilers. Okay, he's lining up for Sandbar. Running against the thing. And... oh, he gets it!
Erik gets it. He's
Yo.
a madman. And I just want to point out that Steven said no spoilers after I have already seen him get it. So I give credit to myself for not spoiling that.
Oh man, Erik is on one hell of a run right now.
So yeah, might see
That...
a PB, which is a 123 in the first race in this tournament for Erik.
yeah. Has the potential to be the third 123 of the tournament, the other two being by Louis and Truman.
And that would continue the streak of every single race in this tournament having at least one 123.
Yeah. But Erik's not done just yet. He still has Valley Fortress, which is not an easy stage. And, of course, the Bowser fight, which, in theory, is easy, but I have seen people lose 123s, or even 122s to it.
Ooh. Erik gets hit on the spikes and loses his cape.
Oh, really? No. That...
I'm sorry I didn't manage to not spoil that.
I think... okay, he's losing... I think the 123 may be over, but... definitely still like low 124.
Let's just...
Ooh,
watch
wow.
the
Bit of an aggressive Resnor there. Just has a fireball go right through him.
I think that he knew that he had to go fast to have a chance at 123 still.
Yeah.
Probably tried to get it as close as
But
possible.
yeah, I think it might just not quite be. It might be just out of reach. I think we're looking at
I'm
a
gonna
very
let you
low.
say what you think when he enters the Bowser fight.
Let's see. Yeah, we're definitely out of 123 territory. Just. I'm thinking 2405, 2406.
For those of you that don't know, we have a consistent strat for the Bowser fight, and if it's done perfectly, we can tell what time he's gonna get.
Even so, like even if this isn't the 123, it's still like a huge PB for Eric, and just a really good race run.
For the race, this would be quite good, no matter who is playing. I would expect that you would be quite happy with a run like this in a race, Steven.
I prefer a 123, but I'd definitely take a low 124 any day.
Eric gets the ball skip, which is the most important hit in this fight.
Yeah, I think that ball skip it's the easiest one to lose a small amount of time on, and it probably is the one that saves the most time overall. Either that or the first hit of phase 3.
And Eric has one hit left to go. Unfortunately, the 123 is dead, but let's see what time he gets.
No spoilers.
Okay.
Ooh, Dak having an issue involved 4. Loses Yoshi, which doesn't actually matter too much. And Eric gets hit on the last hit, leaving him with a 124.07. And that is a PB by 50 seconds, right?
49.7 seconds.
Yeah, 50 seconds. So, massive GG to Eric. That is just...
And he had 7 gold splits in the run. And it is a race in a tournament.
7 gold splits in a run that has 10 splits. Yeah, very, very nice race run from Eric.
Yeah. And I think that we do need an interview with Eric after such a good performance. Meanwhile, Dactyly, I was a bit busy watching Eric, so unfortunately I didn't see what happened to Dactyly. But
yeah, he
okay,
had a
I'm not
bit
gonna
of
spoil what
trouble in Vob 4 and
Alright.
losing Cape. And
okay, before starting talking to Eric, yes, I don't know what happened to Dactyly.
yeah,
Alright.
Dact had some trouble in Valley of Bowser 4 and lost his cape there, and then ended up jumping onto a spike ball in Castle 7.
I feel bad for Dax this run.
Yeah, he has just not had a good run, it's very unfortunate.
Yeah,
Eric.
you were unlucky. Yeah.
Congrats to the win and to the PB and to the
Thank
good
you.
run.
Yeah, that was sick.
I did not expect to. Well, I did not expect to mess up in Vob 4. Like that wasn't the mistake I expected.
Yeah, that cape loss was definitely unfortunate, and the fact that the other cape was just inside the wall, it's...
Yeah, I don't know if it was gonna be faster if I skipped it. I got it.
I think you probably ended up saving more time on Bowser.
Yeah.
Dact having a bit of trouble with the getting snagged on the pencil in Castle 7. Ended up losing cape to it.
So Eric, what did you feel was the best part of your run?
Well, it wasn't missing arc. Okay, I don't know. It was just I felt like the early game was, even though I golded half the splits, it wasn't behind a single split. You saved time every segment almost, except the last one. I felt like I played sloppy. I don't know.
I guess it's one of those. I understand that feeling. Like as you get better, you start to notice the minor mistakes more.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, the Ludwig segment, I golded it, but it wasn't like I messed up so badly in VS1.
Yeah.
Both times.
The split that I was most surprised about that you golded was the special splits, because you lost quite a lot of time in also.
Yeah, I do not have a good special split. I was also surprised that I, like, how much did I even lose to missing arc there? I ran around, like, when I was gonna grab the shell, like, one fireball or something had killed something in front of it, so I ate a coin, for example, so I had to go back again, lost even more time. It was just a bad timer.
So unfortunately, Dak did actually get the sandbar clip there, but ended up not regaining P speed.
Oh,
and then just so he got the clip, got the difficult part, and then just didn't manage to save time with it.
It happens.
Yeah.
I was like, when I got the clip, I was like, okay, this is a 123. Because I never have a hard time in the fort. I can say that I was looking at chat right when I lost Kate.
That's an easy mistake to make.
Yeah.
Well, my setup is basically like my computer screen and the CRT are like, if I'm looking at the CRT, I'm seeing if the chat is moving up or whatever. So it's hard to not like 100% concentrate. I don't know. I don't know.
So, Eric,
I just want to ask Douglas in chat if he could write that in English, because I think he's saying that something about our voices is not correct, but I can't really understand Portuguese, so I'm not sure what he's saying.
What was you gonna say, Stan?
Oh yeah, I was just gonna ask, do you think you're gonna like continue the grind to 123 now that you've got a time like that?
Well, I'm not very good at grinding. I usually get super bored after like 2 runs.
Fair
so
enough.
For me, it's like I do a run sometimes, and I usually PB, or I don't.
Well,
and I have taken a little, like, I haven't done a run of 96 in how long? It was like a couple of days. It was like maybe Friday, Saturday I did the last run. And I've just been practicing. So I feel like that's something I do, and then I just pull on one run. Now I'm not gonna perform good in the tournament.
Well, next up, you're against the winner of Retro Bob and Cable.
Yeah.
And I would expect it to be Retro Bob.
Yeah,
How do you think about racing him?
He's good. I haven't seen him run in a while though.
He was,
Have you
streaming 96 earlier today.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm hacked.
But yeah, Bob obviously has been running this game super long, I think about 5 years or so. Like definitely much longer than I have, and he has always been a force to be reckoned with.
I've done 106 runs of this category. That's it. That's my 96 experience.
106 attempts or 106 runs?
Attempts.
Well, the fact that you've done 106 attempts and have a low 124 is very impressive.
I can say that I took my PB down with 50 seconds this run, and my gold with 15 or 20.
Yeah.
So I'm happy with this run.
I'll even just.
Yeah, I hope that you're happy.
Getting a 50-second PB at this level is not easy.
All right. I also got the FOI1 wings, which I'm pretty happy about.
Yeah, that was a very nice forest look. FOI1 wing first try and then
Yeah.
double first try clip. You can't hope for much better.
No.
I just want to point out that Eric has now set up in the best possible way to skip the 123.
Well, it requires me to save like 1 minute 10. So.
And it's worth noting Dact has just finished with a 131.56.
GG.
So, GG.
GG to Dact as well.
He had an unlucky run though.
Dact, if
This
you
could have been
want to jump
closer.
in voice, if you've got anything to say, feel free.
This could have been a way closer though.
Yeah, Dact makes a pretty good point in chat. Eric, you only just got a 123 sum of best that run, and then you could have 123 the same run.
Yeah, I had like a 124. Oh, did I bop this? Did this run bop my sum best? By the way,
What
Just
was your sum of
realized.
best going in? I didn't see
I
the
can.
split.
I think it was 06 though, so I'm not sure.
But that's still insane.
Yeah,
To do a run that is as good as your summer best
yeah,
was
basically
before.
tying your sum of best.
No, it was 08, so I bopped it by 1 second.
You beat your sum of best going into the run.
I think that is
That is
the first time
actually
I've ever seen that.
ridiculous. It's definitely not something you expect, with a 124.
Yeah.
It's not something you expect ever for someone that have actually done several runs of a category before.
Yeah, but that's the cape thing. I'm pretty sure it was like 10 seconds, so maybe it was gonna be faster continuing without it.
I don't think so. I think the time you waited to grab the cape.
Yeah, but it got. What do you get? I don't know. I got a 512. He said I can't join the voice.
Yeah, 512. You can get a sub 5 there. Anyway, Dact is joining us. Hello,
He
Dact.
said
hello.
he's not. Oh.
Hi. No, I said I couldn't because I couldn't click the channel.
Oh.
So,
GG, Eric. That was
Yeah.
really good.
Thanks. I'm sorry if you run though.
That's fine. It's fine.
This could have been way closer.
It's pretty classic for me.
I guess, do you have any comments, or does the run kind of just speak for itself?
Well, I mean, it all just started falling apart when I got hit doing VD1 wings. And
Yeah.
I had
I
no idea what I was doing from there.
You had a really interesting backup though.
Yeah, I mean, it worked, but it wasn't particularly fast.
Yeah,
I mean, it
it's-
worked until I fucking stuck Yoshi in the wall when I revisited. I'm gonna have to clip
I
that.
have
That
no,
was really
I have
good.
no idea if your routing changes end up being faster than just going back for a K.
I have no idea. Maybe.
I have no idea.
I mean, I lost cape in VS1 going for a backup cape as well. So like,
Yeah.
if I hadn't, it might have been slightly better. I don't know.
Well, now I'm gonna get like a 130 against Bob. If I'm against Bob. It's just.
Eric,
Yeah.
the important
Yeah.
question is, are you gonna get Ark in your race against Bob?
Now I'm just gonna jinx it again. By saying if I
Mr. 15
One
arcs in a row
again.
or whatever it was.
I'm.
If I remember correctly, you promised to go for a 122 if you missed Ark.
They say that.
I think you did.
Oh, time to go to 122.
Well, next. Okay, run against Bob 120. Calling it. I'm not calling it, by the way. I'm not getting a 122 against Bob. I can't do CMK either.
Anyway, that I believe is all from us for tonight, this morning.
Good run.
Whatever time zone you're in. Up next, our
Yeah.
next tournament race will be Umario versus Yoshimitsu. And that is coming up at, it's 10 AM my time tomorrow. Or if you
So
prefer,
that's like
it is
11 hours from now, right?
Yeah, just over 11 hours from now, at 8 PM Eastern Daylight Time. So So be sure to tune in for that.
Steven, I think you're aware of it, like when in the practice card you press star in the overworld but it crashes.
Oh, I think that's fixed
What?
in the latest pre-release.
Oh, it is. I should probably get it.
Anyway, thanks everyone for watching, and we will catch you next time.
Bye bye.
Bye.